Hi Paige, how you going?
Hi Jade, yeah, I'm pretty good, thank you.
That's good. Thank you so much for reaching out to me after yours and Adam's wedding to conduct the naming ceremony for your baby, which is very, very exciting. Congratulations.
You?
Very exciting. It's always lovely to be used again after a wedding ceremony and then obviously for a naming ceremony. I know we have briefly messaged about obviously what you're wanting. What was the date of the ceremony again, just so I can double check that I'm available for you?
We were thinking around the 21st of October.
Let me just quickly look. Yep, so that's fine. All right, I'll just write that down. So 21st of October.
Yeah.
This year. Perfect. All right. Well, I guess we'll just get stuck straight into it. I'll just ask you lots of questions, obviously, about Bubs, and then about yourself and Adam, just about the venue and what you're wanting for the ceremony.
Yeah.
So, what is the full legal name of baby?
Margot Tori Mackenzie.
Margot Tori Mackenzie. And what are Margot's nicknames, if she has any?
Um, I don't think she really has any nicknames. She sort of just goes the same as me. I don't really have any nicknames. Margot or Margie. I guess they call her Margie sometimes.
Yep. And what was Margot's date of birth?
The 12th of the ninth, 2019, 2019, sorry.
Yeah. And obviously she's a girl.
Yes.
So she'll be 19, 20, 22, 23. So almost, well, she would have just turned 4 at the ceremony.
Yes.
And what is the meaning of Margot's name?
So Margot is actually the meaning of a pearl or a jewel. Um,
Yep.
in the Bible, I think it's child of light.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And her middle name being Tori, is that any significance to either side of the family?
Um, it's on Adam's side. His cousin's partner, her name was Tori, and she was killed in a car accident. So sort of has that
Okay.
connection.
Yep. And in terms of the venue, do you have a venue for the ceremony booked yet?
Not yet. We're still thinking about some venues. We have thought about possibly using the lake again
Yep.
as a
Beautiful.
venue, just because it's
Yep.
nice and easy out there and it's a great location and everything.
And I guess with your big family, it fits everyone out there as well. So that's obviously
Yeah,
important.
yeah,
Okay. All right. Well, you can let me know because obviously we've got lots of time, but I'll just put on here that you are considering the lake house.
yeah,
All right. So obviously your full name Paige is Paige Madison Ellis.
yeah.
And what's your current address?
One Airport Road, Kerrang, Victoria.
And best contact phone number for you, Paige?
0447 299
Yeah. Yeah.
888.
And email address?
Page LLIS at hotmail.com.
And obviously your mother. And then when I'm using your name in the ceremony to present you, how would you like to be referred to? Would you prefer mum, mother, just Paige?
Probably mum.
Yep. Perfect. And now Adam's details. What's Adam's middle name, Paige?
Joseph.
Mackenzie. And is he living with you at 1 Airport Road?
Yeah, yep, he is at the moment.
Okay, so I'll just down. And do you know Adam's phone number?
Yes, I do. 0488
Yep.
544 585.
Yep. And what's Adam's email address?
Adam Mackenzie 3579 at hotmail.com.
And obviously he's father.
Yep.
And will he just like to be referred to as dad or father
Yeah,
or Adam?
I think dad probably.
Perfect. And in regards to the actual ceremony itself, obviously for me to draft the ceremony, I will need some information for you to send through to me about Margot, any achievements she's had, milestones she's reached, any
Yes.
interests or even hobbies that she might have developed in these early years,
Yep.
perhaps where she goes to kinder or daycare, and just anything about her personality that obviously I can write about so far. In regards to the actual ceremony, is there anybody that will be making a speech?
Um, we have sort of been looking at a few people.
Yep.
So possibly my mum.
Yeah. And that's Paula, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And possibly
Yep.
Adam's mum or dad.
Yep. So Vanessa or Mick, is that right? Yep. From memory. Any poems or will there just be speeches, do you think?
I think just speeches at this stage. We haven't organised any poems.
Yep. And any particular music that you've organised?
Um, I think we're gonna have a bit of live music, like a band or a singer or something there.
Yep. And do you have a photographer for the naming ceremony?
My brother Jake Alice.
Perfect. And any theme or colours for the naming ceremony? This is also an opportunity for me to tie in my attire with any colours that you've got going on for the ceremony.
Um, we're thinking maybe like a light mint green sort of color. That's how
Yeah.
I've sort of themed all of her room and everything since she was born. So yeah.
Yep. Perfect. And for the ceremony, not everyone likes to do it, but I do like to offer it. Would you like a naming certificate for Margot? So once the naming ceremony is over, you will have a presentation naming certificate that you can obviously frame or put in a keepsake folder.
Yeah, I think we will.
Perfect. So I'll just write that we require one of those. Now, Margot's your first child, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. Is there any other children needing to be involved in the ceremony? Perhaps any cousins or anything like that?
Um, yeah, well, Margot does have a lot of cousins, so I thought we could try and incorporate them in somehow just to make them
Yeah.
feel a bit part of it.
Perfect. And look, you can obviously make your mind up as you go. We can obviously hop on another Zoom call and discuss that, but it's more so just so I've got a bit of a heads up and we can start putting the ceremony together.
Yeah.
Do you have any witnesses or special persons elected to support Margot through life? So this could also be like a guardian or a godparent that you've selected. But if people obviously don't want to call them a godparent, they can just be a special person. Is there anyone you'd like to make mention to?
I think we were going with some family members for that.
Yeah.
So we haven't finalized it yet just because it makes it a bit hard with me having so many siblings.
Yeah.
Obviously, one or two of my siblings And Adam's brother will definitely be one of them because he's only got his brother.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's Brody.
yeah, Brody.
Yeah. Adam's brother. Okay. So there will be someone, so that's fine.
Yeah.
And in terms of the number of guests, have you thought about how many are invited?
Again, it will probably be a pretty intimate, close family and our very close friends. So because of our bigger sort of families, it already puts us at a bigger sort of number. But I think probably, oh, I can't even think how many, maybe like 60 to 80 just on the spot. That might not be right, but yeah, around that, I would say.
Yeah. And are there any special notes or requests for the naming ceremony? So this could be like any rituals you want included, so any candle lighting ceremonies, or some people like to throw rose petals over the baby or the child. It's really up to you. Any rituals that might be important to you and Adam?
I don't think so, not at this stage, but yeah, if we find anything, we'll definitely let you know.
Perfect. All right. And then the only other thing for us to go over is obviously the fee. So for naming ceremonies, it's 300 plus GST, so $330. And I do require a $100 deposit. And then that can just be paid whenever. And obviously, once I've received that, I can start working on your ceremony. And then with your remainder of the money, so the extra $230, you'll just get an invoice 2 weeks prior to the event, and you can just pay that by bank transfer. So I'll just write this down, 300 plus GST, and then that way I can refer back to it. And in terms of a refund, so the deposit is non-refundable. However, if for whatever reason after the naming ceremony you feel that you would like a refund, I only cross that bridge when I get to it. So obviously I want to make sure all of my clients are happy with their services. I've not had to do a refund as yet. But if you do feel like your needs weren't met with the service or the ceremony, it is something that we can discuss. And if a refund is required, then I'm happy to give it. But that's basically how that operates. So the deposit is non-refundable.
Yeah, no worries.
So that is about it for now. If you could send me through some information on Margot and what we discussed earlier, and payment of your deposit, then we can make a start on the ceremony. We do have a couple of months, so we've got a bit of time. We can jump on a few more Zoom calls in the meantime. But if you've got any questions, just send me a message and happy to answer.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
That's right, no worries. I'll be in touch.
All right. See ya.